Nigeria is increasingly empowering its youth through the adoption and development of artificial intelligence technologies. Across the country, young innovators are learning AI skills that are boosting their employability and fueling startup growth. Federal initiatives, including government-backed training programs and partnerships with tech hubs, are expanding AI education and digital capacity building for students and young professionals. These efforts aim to position Nigeria as a competitive player in the global tech landscape.
Now, experts and professionals are encouraging Nigerian youth to embrace artificial intelligence as a tool to solve real-world challenges and create economic opportunities. But how can Nigerian youth make proper use of this opportunity? We are joined live from our Lagos studio by Debola Ibiyode. She is a software and AI engineer and the founder, CEO of Carbon AI. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for joining us live on Daybreak and on this discussion of AI. We can see that it's a surging influence in our daily lives. So, is Nigeria prepared sufficiently for the positive invasion of this sophistication into our daily lives? Is Nigeria really ready to take the most of this development?
Well, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Indeed.
Now, that is a very valid question. Nigeria as a nation is not prepared. That's a simple answer. But there is the hunger from the youths, because as we know, more than half of the population of Nigeria are below 30. That is about 130 million. And if we're going to extend that to people below 35, we're going to 150 million people that are out there that can take advantage of this technology. Now, Nigeria as a country needs to work together with the collaboration of government and private sector to build an ecosystem that can empower this massive population that we've got in artificial intelligence. We need to start bringing AI literacy into the forefront of education, into the forefront of work, for the singular reason that the future of work, future of jobs, future of innovation will be powered by artificial intelligence. So the simple answer to that is we're not ready. However, there are people like myself who are building ecosystems that can help empower the youth. It will be nice to have the support from private and government sector to be able to keep empowering, building these ecosystems to train the youths, because we have quite a number of them, that is going to be the future of Nigeria and the future of economic growth for Nigeria, empowering them in AI literacy.
Okay, so one of your goals is to empower the Nigerian young people, as you have mentioned. Briefly talk us through what exactly that means in practical and how you intend to achieve that.
Okay, so that's a big thing to say, just me. I am participating in building that ecosystem. The main thing we need to understand is artificial intelligence in itself is a science. Now, because it's a science, it's built on scientific algorithms, mathematical models, and machine learning techniques. As a science, it's a sub-science of computer science, which means that to be able to build artificial intelligence functionalities, we need to empower skills in coding. Now, from my one of my goals in building this ecosystem is to be able to empower or build the ecosystem that can empower people in the new disciplines that artificial intelligence has brought. Disciplines like data science, machine learning, and AI engineering. Someone did ask me ask me from my last interview what AI engineering is and if it's different from software engineering. Well, software engineering simply is engineering and building of a software or product or application. Now, AI engineering is building the AI functionalities that will be powered by the software. So the best way is to start building ecosystem that can upskill youths in these disciplines that I mentioned: data science, machine learning, teaching them about large language models, what an agentic framework is, so that we can start participating in creation-led artificial intelligence and not just computer-led artificial intelligence. Sorry, consumer-led artificial intelligence. Now, consumer-led artificial intelligence is also valid because we need to empower the youths in being able to understand how to use this tool to improve efficiency and increase their productivity. Having an ecosystem that is focused on both will be critical to the future of this economy. And that's how we, people like myself, because there are quite a number of us out there, are looking to empower youth in understanding how to create AI or consume AI efficiently.
Indeed. Apart from the AI influence in our daily life, people feel that this is an irreversible superhighway to the future, and as such, this centers on the youth. So now the youth of the country are facing the issue of job security. Job creation is a problem. So people believe there is a kind of stereotype to this. They believe that AI is coming to take our jobs. So how can the youth tap immensely from this opportunity in terms of job creation?
So what I advise youth is you need to see AI from two angles. There is the creation-led artificial intelligence angle, and there's the consumer-led artificial intelligence angle. And both angles are valid. With the creation-led aspect, we need to start looking at upskilling people in knowing how to create AI. And that is knowing how to master these new disciplines that have come from AI. So upskilling youth, or as a youth out there, I would say the first thing is identify what your skills are and see if you can participate in the creation of AI or you can participate in the consumer-led economy of AI. And I would explain how that can work. With the creation of AI, if you can participate in building artificial intelligence capabilities into systems, then you're able to envision real-world problems here and make yourself useful in creating solutions to the environment that we're in. And of course, when you create solution, that's an economic empowerment that you've given yourself. So upskilling in the new disciplines like data science, machine learning, AI engineering, and even cybersecurity will put you at the forefront of controlling how you use AI to better not just yourself, but the society at large. Now, there is also the consumer-led, which is what most youths, well, most of the youths in the big cities are doing, which is applying AI as a tool into whatever industry they find themselves in. Now, consumer-led artificial intelligence is also valid. It just means that as a youth, you need to go out there and look for the tools that are peculiar in the industry that you're in. For example, take the content creation in Nigeria. Is largely controlled by the youths, and there are AI-powered tools that is helping them to create content at scale. So basically, artificial intelligence tools are helping them to improve their efficiency in this content creation and even increase their productivity, which is thereby creating a level of economic freedom for them in that area. So you need to look at what consumer-led AI tools that you can use to empower yourself and upskill yourself in the industry that you're in. Even if it's trying to be an entrepreneur, there are digital entrepreneurs out there. There are AI agents that you can deploy that can help you run a business effectively. So you need to either look at how you can participate in creating AI, or look at how you can use AI as a tool to empower yourselves economically, rather than just sitting there and waiting for AI to replace, basically. And again, I would say, just closing, AI can't replace anyone. What you would find is people who have mastered AI will replace those who have not looked into mastering AI.
All right. One thing that strikes me in all this AI conversation is Africa's marginal ownership in the global internet and AI industry. The problem is, there's problem of digital control in terms of infrastructure, platforms, data, intellectual property, which means that many African countries are largely consumers of technology designed, owned, and governed elsewhere, rather than we shaping them, they are shaping us. So is there a way out of this, and is anyone even thinking about this particular aspect?
To answer the last question, a lot of us are thinking about that aspect. And that's why we're building ecosystem and running conferences, because I have a conference coming in January called AI Action Now. Now, you're right, when it comes to AI infrastructure, we are way behind. And not just because of AI digital infrastructure, even just when it comes to electricity in itself, we are quite far behind in Africa. And I would speak of Nigeria as is, and so we are way behind on that. This is where we will need the collaboration of government to empower investors and founders as myself in giving us the ability to build this infrastructure at considerable scale to be able to empower the youth. Because we are a very dynamic people, we can take advantage of what is already being built. So we don't have to go ahead and build our own large language model. Take, for example, what China did with DeepSeek. Right? They took the inference element of those models to build their own model. So we can build on the technology that is currently available for us. But it would need a lot of partnership with data centers. Government also empowering that we are able to build data centers that can power artificial intelligence, and then build ecosystem of young Nigerians who have the skill to contribute into building AI. Now, I run a non-profit where I am mentoring and upskilling youth in artificial intelligence. And I was reading a paper yesterday by a PhD student. She's very brilliant. And she was looking into using AI to solve agricultural challenges. And empowering us to be able to support such initiative will be the key to the future, because we can leverage existing technology already built on AI and then use that to be able to solve real problems. Because in agriculture, imagine if you're producing, say, 10 grains of rice a day. With artificial intelligence, the production becomes exponential if applied correctly. So you can move from 10 to even 10,000 if that is applied correctly. So we can build on the existing technology. We just need the support from both private and public sector to build that AI infrastructure, build the ecosystem, and empower the youth appropriately.
Yeah, one of the remarkable driven invention of AI is the proliferation of autonomous vehicles now, which I'm quite delighted about. Do we have that ecosystem in Nigeria that would spur that kind of momentum in the country?
No, we don't.
So
Unfortunately.
what can be done to quickly,
again,
so that Nigeria does not miss out? We have missed out in the steam engine revolution. We've missed out in the technological advancement revolution. So now the AI is knocking. It has come. And how do we tap without missing out from this AI revolution?
We should continue the awareness of artificial intelligence, because one thing right now that is limiting us in using artificial intelligence is we don't have enough visibility on AI literacy. People still don't know what AI is, what it can do or what it can't do. People are still afraid of how that can come into our society and maybe introduce security issues. There can be cybercrime, there can be deep fakes of people imitating to be somebody else, you know. So we need to first start with educating the public on what AI is correctly, what it can do, how it impacts our society, what data is used to build that AI, and how we can use that AI effectively in decision making. Understanding what AI is first is key. Once we are able to raise that awareness, and that's what people like myself and others that are building or setting up conferences and building these ecosystems are doing. Once we can build that awareness and people actually are comfortable with AI, scaling the AI infrastructure would be easier for us, because by that people then know, oh, I can manipulate this to better my current situation or better the society that I am in. So we need to first start with knowing what this technology is, not assuming it, not creating false narrative about it, but understanding what artificial intelligence is, and then from there we can then get to the point of creating artificial intelligence for our benefit.
Very quickly, African data fuels global AI systems without corresponding economic returns. So this means that Africans are locked in a subordinate role. Do you see us getting out of this?
We will get out of it. With every situation, I believe in life, we will get out of a situation, but it has to be deliberate, it has to be intentional, and also the government plays a key role in ensuring that we can get out of it. We need to start looking at regulations and policies that protect us and our African youths that are working in data annotation, that are feeding this AI system, protecting their rights, protecting their mental health. So that to be able to solve that, it's a massive ask for the government to start looking into building regulations that protect us as a nation. So it's really it must be a deliberate effort by the government to ensure that it puts its citizens first and is willing to protect us by bringing regulations that protect us from the big players in AI, from taking advantage of the citizens, and be able to also allow us participate in the global economic advancement that this technology brings.
Okay, thank you so much. It's been a delight having you come to really show some expose on the opportunities in AI, and I hope that the government is listening indeed. Thank you very much indeed. And that's all we have time for here on Daybreak. It's goodbye from me, Benga Ashiru.
And I'm Constance Ikoku. Please do keep it here on the Rise News. The morning show is next. Goodbye.